I told my mom I will not eat food until I meet Hrithik Roshan.
Whoa.
So my mother had to call up Rakesh ji. We have not said a word. We're all looking down.
All looking down. वो बेचारा Hrithik is trying to make a conversation.
And Hrithik is just like, he's
like, "You
also,
wanted
he's
to
also
meet me,
shy.
na?"
He's like, you guys want to meet me?
When I was relatively new, they used to write anything about
Yeah.
me. So someday they wrote that there's a big shop which sell carpets and things I don't want to name, and that Neena Gupta is working there as a sales girl.
Oh God.
I didn't even know what that shop was.
Somebody told me that, what do you have to worry about? Your father has deposited 500 crores in your bank account.
Really?
Oh, अच्छा.
You
And
never
then?
told me, Masaba.
No, I'm telling you now.
पूछ लेती शायद कराई दी हो। एक पिक्चर थी जहाँ मुझे बोला करना है, छोटा सा रोल था विद मिस्टर बच्चन। साड़ी पहननी थी, ब्लाउजेस का मेजरमेंट लेके गए, ब्लाउजेस भी सिल गए, एंड देन देयर वाज नो कम्युनिकेशन। अभी अभी मैं रिसेंटली गई थी LA फॉर वन डे टू मीट अ बिग डायरेक्टर, नहीं लिया मुझे, पता नहीं, तो ठीक है। सो व्हेन यू आर सक्सेसफुल people shut up. Success is a chapet. सब चुप हो जाते हैं.
Hello and welcome. I'm Parul Sharma and you're watching Zoom TV. Today I have with me the uber cool, super talented, fierce and unapologetic mother-daughter duo. Please join me in welcoming Neena Gupta and Masaba Gupta. Hello ladies, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Masaba, I want to start with you. I want to know, what was it that made you get into the world of acting in the first place? Because of course it's a fairly recent development that you have jumped in all feet forward, and you're already a very, very successful designer and entrepreneur. So why did you decide to take that leap after all these years?
I think it was always something I wanted to do since my early teens, and I think the opportunity presented itself. I think Masaba was something that I never saw coming. I don't think anyone saw it coming.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Nobody saw it coming. And, my gut has always been my biggest strength. My gut feeling is something I go by always. And when it came my way, I said, let's do it. Let's see what happens. And we didn't ever think it would, forget about season 2. We didn't ever think they would even release season 1, because we didn't know, what it means or whatever. So I think I am happy that I am doing it now, while I have done a fair bit in my design career, because I'm much more relaxed. I think acting can be very distressing as a profession if you are just constantly sitting around waiting for work.
Sure.
And I really give credit to actors who sit and wait and audition after audition and go to production house after production house. It's commendable, and I think that I am somebody who the opportunity just fell into my lap. I'm grateful for that.
Neena ji, did she have the acting bug when she was a child? Like, did she do all of those things, or does it come later?
Because all my friends were from the same fraternity, so they all, and it's such a glamorous thing that I think मुझे याद है when we were young, all the girls wanted to be air hostesses.
Yes.
We will go to Paris and we will go to
Glamorous
London.
job.
Because we never used to go abroad like how we go now.
now.
So it's the same way all the kids, they used to see actors in their houses coming, going. So that glamour is there.
Always been there.
Yeah. But they wanted, they were this small, and 5 of them wanted to meet Hrithik Roshan.
Before Kaho Na Pyar Hai released, and I told my mom I will not eat food until I meet Hrithik Roshan.
Whoa.
My mother had to call up Rakesh ji and say,
No, I didn't call up Rakesh ji.
Oh.
So other friend whose kids were also there. So one friend, two friends, three friends, and all girls.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we were telling my friend कि तुम कोशिश करो, you know this person, Rakesh Roshan, ये करो वो करो. She said I'll try, and all of them were mad for it. छोटे से.
we came to
Hrithik. So then I was at the airport in Delhi, and I'm sitting, and Rakesh Roshan was sitting there.
Oh, that's divine intervention.
So मैंने कहा राकेश जी, मैं महान माता बन जाऊंगी अगर ऋतिक से बच्चों को मिला दो. तो बोला हाँ, एक काम कर ना, नेक्स्ट संडे है ना, तो मुझे फोन कर लेना सुबह, तो ले आना बच्चों को. मैं तो सुपर मॉम बन गई. अरे बच्चे पागल.
I had read somewhere that his favorite color is yellow.
Yellow.
So I went to Benetton. I bought a yellow
No way.
top. I bought a yellow top and I said I will wear this. And I remember, like, I had braces, I had this much acne, and I was so conscious when I met him. And Pinky auntie, who's his mum, I remember she said, "Beta, show me your teeth." Even Hrithik had this same problem, something, and I was like, "Can I not open my teeth in front of Hrithik? I don't want to show him."
Killing my vibe.
You're killing my
And we are sitting in the drawing room
Yeah.
with Pinky and all that.
Yeah.
And suddenly, Hrithik comes from the staircase down to meet the kids. आ गया वो बेचारा, इतना स्वीट, और ये सारे बच्चे ऐसे बैठे. Nobody's talking.
We have not said a word. We're all looking down.
All looking down. वो बेचारा Hrithik is trying to make a conversation.
And Hrithik is just like,
He's like, "You wanted
he's
to
also
meet me,
shy.
na?"
He's like, "You guys want to meet me?"
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so that was that.
Yeah.
Thank you
Took
for
our pictures
taking me
and-
down the memory lane for this one. I really
Very
appreciate
few
it.
people know this.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Neena ji, in this season, in the opening scene only where your character is introduced, उसी सीन में वो अपनी बकेट लिस्ट बता रही हैं, ठीक है? शी इज लाइक, मेरे को टैटू करवाना है, स्विमिंग सीखनी है, ड्राइविंग सीखनी है, एंड आई वांट टू गेट अ मेन रोल इन अ फीचर फिल्म. I want to know, what is Neena Gupta's bucket list? Are there any things that you still want to check off from your bucket list?
Yeah, many things.
Tell me a few.
I want to learn salsa.
Ooh, that's fun. We
And-
can make that happen.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Haven't you learned salsa? Didn't you go to some classes?
No, I am still looking for somebody to teach me.
Okay.
Salsa and flamingo. No?
Flamenco.
Flamenco and salsa I want to learn. शायद उसके लिए गोवा जाना पड़ेगा, पता नहीं.
नहीं, यहाँ पे बहुत सारी क्लासेस. मसाबा?
मेरे को बताओ कोई, प्लीज. I want this information. Please give me this information. Then I want to travel more. I want to lose my tummy fat. And lots of things. I want to sing better. Dance तो मैंने बता ही दिया. I want to have a better body. So ऐसे बहुत भी अभी मुझे ध्यान नहीं आ रहा. But lot of things I want to do.
This is a nice bucket list that you have. What are you hoping to do with her in this bucket list? If you could make her do
Abhi
something.
she's doing for me.
Travel. I think, I have to say, as a creative person, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Sure.
Right? Only when you travel, and I don't mean by seeing beautiful places or staying in a beautiful hotel, but by talking to different kinds of people, seeing different cultures, seeing the way people eat across the world, seeing the way they dress. Like, I find the best holiday is just sitting on a roadside cafe and watching people go by. It's the biggest, it's like a mood board, right? So I used to feel very guilty about taking time off from work. But I just discovered that it actually helps my work.
Recharges you.
It recharges me, not just, I don't think there's anything such as a recharge, by the way.
Sure.
I think you have to find a way to recharge within your daily busy life.
Right.
Otherwise, every time you can't be taking a flight to recharge.
Or a
you know?
chutti, yeah.
Or a chutti.
Yeah.
I have found ways to unplug and replug within my day.
Sure.
But I think travel is very, very essential for all people. I think when you see the world is when you realize how small, insignificant you are and how much more you can do. You
Absolutely.
know? So, yeah, travel definitely. And I also want to have a better body. I want to work harder at it.
I love this. I love this for both of you. Masaba, in this season, you're kind of dealing with trolling, blind items, rumors, all of that. In your personal life, both of you also deal with that on a day-to-day basis. There are headlines, there are rumors, there are, many things that are written. In all this time, how do you guys deal with it now, A? And then also, have you kind of grown a thick skin and does it not matter to you at all anymore? Or does it still affect you and you guys still have to find ways to combat it and come out of it?
I think when you are successful, तब कोई तंग नहीं करता.
Sure.
When you are semi-successful, that's the worst time. When you are a nobody, then also nobody will do it to you. So when you are successful, people shut up. People shut up. Whether you are a good actor or not, but if film is a hit, you are a hit.
Sure.
No, सब चुप हो जाते हैं. Success is a चपेट. सब चुप हो जाते हैं. और जब नहीं है सक्सेस, जब थोड़ी सक्सेस इज द वर्स्ट, यू नो, बिकॉज यू आर अ टारगेट ना.
आप ओपन होते हो.
एंड ओपन होते हैं एंड यू आर फ्रस्ट्रेटेड योरसेल्फ, सो एवरीथिंग अफेक्ट्स यू मोर.
Because you think you are good at what you do.
हाँ.
You are.
And
But you're not a mega star.
हाँ.
And you also are not a nobody.
Yeah.
So that in between space is a very weird
And
space to operate.
when you are successful, you get more, what do you call?
Confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah.
And that confidence people can see.
Yeah.
And they are scared of that confidence. They will not. But people can feel your confidence. And they are scared to say rubbish about you.
I also think it depends on what, like she said, what stage of your life you're dealing with that trolling or blind items or whatever. I think that today where I'm sitting from, it's easier for me to say, you know what, I just ignore them or I give it back to trolls.
Right.
I also give it back because I have confidence.
Yeah.
I have a brand behind me that I've built from my own two hands. And I just think that when you have credibility, you have confidence within yourself. And I think that there it becomes very, very easy, I would say, to deal with trolls. Honestly speaking, the higher up you go, the easier it becomes because you have the confidence to give it back, right? If you're a nobody, you'll probably be like, "Chal chhod yaar, main kya bolu?"
Right.
You know. So I think
You
like
would
they
have
say
built
nothing.
it basically for yourself
Yeah.
at this point.
And you know, trolling is something that will happen your whole life. I mean, it could happen tomorrow when your body changes, when your
अरे
work.
अपने घर में ट्रोलिंग होती है.
हाँ, I mean,
अपने फ्रेंड्स में ट्रोलिंग होती है, बिच करते हैं, सब होता है. I read an article once, a long time back, in a newspaper. If you lose weight, you lose friends because they don't like you.
Because they're jealous.
They're jealous. So वो भी ट्रोलिंग होती है वहाँ पे भी, सब जगह ट्रोलिंग होती है. Yeah.
That's true. So you guys have built your thick skin now and you have the confidence.
I think I deal with it case to case. Sometimes I don't say much. Sometimes I really give it back.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not. It genuinely brings me down. So I just stay away.
Yeah.
It really
happens.
depends.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm going to switch and play a really quick fun game. I'm going to give you guys statements and you guys just tell me whatever comes into your mind. सबसे पहले, ठीक है? Neena ji, if not an actor, you would be?
IAS officer.
Oh, my bua will be so happy to hear that answer. She's been trying to make me an IAS officer
My
since I was
mother
born.
wanted me to. Huh?
Yeah. Masaba, if not a designer, entrepreneur, you would be an actor also now. So
I would be in marketing and advertising.
interesting.
Okay.
I like that answer. Neena ji, the craziest or most intense thing that you've ever done for a role?
So my first film called Adhar Shila,
Yep.
which nobody has seen, not many people, not anybody actually. So I was very young. It was my first film, and mostly actors from theatre in Delhi, and the director's first film. And he said, cycle चलाना है आपको. मुझे cycle चलाना नहीं आता था.
हाँ जी.
Okay. So he used to live in this colony, और पीछे दिल्ली में there's a street. So he told one actor to teach me how to ride a cycle, because एक scene है in the jungle, and not jungle, in a garden with big trees. I am cycling in a song. But the worst part was I had to wear a swimsuit.
On the cycle?
On
in
the
garden?
cycle. That was the scene.
Okay.
It's a very cute scene. Now, I don't know how to swim also.
Okay.
And I've never worn a swimsuit. And my mother had got me a swimsuit, but she will not let me go to learn swimming because वहाँ लड़के आते हैं.
Okay.
उस time ऐसा ही था ना. So the worst was I had to wear a swimsuit and ride a cycle which I had just learnt.
Oh God.
And I was so conscious. I still remember it was a tiger net with a tiger stripes thing. And that was the most difficult thing, the most embarrassing thing. But I look very nice in it when I see it.
I'm going to be Googling this sequence.
Yeah, I
can't find
नहीं
it.
मिलेगा.
It's such a lovely memory to have, I would say.
Yeah.
Masaba, what is the craziest or most intense thing that you've done for either a fashion show or a design line?
I think it was a runway show that we were doing. it was literally from season 1, the show on the boat.
Okay.
It was nuts. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I gave up doing runway shows after that. It was just pointlessly stressful. I remember we climbed onto this deck. Everything was ready. The show was about to start. And suddenly I find out that I look down and there are some 60 or 70 people
Okay.
just between the landing area and the boat, waiting to climb up. And the boat was over capacity. So the owner of the boat came to me and he said, anytime now an alarm will go off. And if an alarm goes off, everyone will panic thinking the boat is sinking. It's not sinking, it's just over capacity. But the door to go down and exit the boat was this much. I'm not kidding. And in my head, I was like, this is going to be a stampede.
Stampede, yeah.
And obviously, there were lots of people on that boat, I don't think who could swim,
Yeah.
mother included. And,
And it's a very important people we had invited wanted to come up.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
they were, I could literally see my lawyer, some celebrities,
Yeah.
influencers, bloggers just standing there looking up and saying, how do we come up?
Yeah, I told her, I said, मैं चली जाती हूँ नीचे.
किसी और को आने दीजिए.
क्योंकि जितने जाएंगे उतने ही अंदर आने
Yeah,
देंगे.
yeah.
So it was nuts. And I remember my business head, Sagar, he went to the choreographer and he said, listen, I think we'll have to do 2 shows.
Yeah.
Because one for this set and the other when the audience comes.
Sure.
And I remember she said, we'll charge more and the models will charge more and it's going to be this much amount and whatever. And then Sagar was like, okay, fine, whatever it is, just do it, let's do it.
That was
And
tough.
then I saw, and listen, I mean, even 1 lakh of rupees for me in a business,
Yeah.
50,000, 20,000, it's an expense.
Of course.
No matter how much money you make, like I run my business like
Yeah.
that. It's frugal, everything is tight and everything has a sense, logic attached to it,
Sure.
And I saw then the cops arriving because it had become 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the music was on and these lights are on in the middle of
God.
in the middle of the ceiling.
Chaos, basically.
It was chaos and I was in tears because I remember the choreographers and everyone were like, we can't help you. And I don't think I felt more helpless
Yeah.
in any moment. But the craziest thing I did that time was not knowing what it would cost me, but I just knew that these people had to come up.
This has to be done.
This has to be done and
Yeah.
I did it.
Kudos to you. That sounds like a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay, last 2 really quickly. Wildest rumor you've ever heard about yourself? I love how she has something just ready. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird thing.
Please tell us.
So
That you had been murdered. Remember that?
I died.
That she died.
These death hoaxes are like scary.
We got calls and stuff.
Oh God.
Then there was this thing, when I was relatively new, they used to write anything about
Yeah.
me. है ना? Because I also didn't know I used to answer back. They used to have real fun, the
Yeah,
journalists.
yeah.
So someday they wrote that there's a big shop which sell carpets and things I don't want to name. And that Neena Gupta is working there as a sales girl.
Oh God.
I didn't even know what that shop was.
What a weird rumor.
Oof.
Weird.
That's
na?
very strange.
I didn't even know that this kind of shop exists.
Existed. That's a strange one. Masaba, what about you?
Mine is epic. Somebody told me that what do you have to worry about? Your father has deposited 500 crores in your bank account.
Really?
Oh, acha.
You
And
never
then?
told me, Masaba.
No, I'm telling you now.
पूछ लेती शायद कराई दी हो.
No, really, I heard this rumor that because I remember we were, raising money for the business back in 2019.
Yeah.
And I think somebody asked my business head, why does she need money? She's got 500 crores lying in her bank account and her father's wired her. And I said, listen, man, if I had 500 crores, I wouldn't be talking to you or talking to anyone.
Yeah.
Like my whole
I
goal,
would be done.
aim in life is to make you money. Let me tell you. So I would be asking you to,
I love it.
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But in case you have it, please share the wealth.
Of course I will. 100 for you, 100 for you, 100 for you.
Love it. And lastly, the most bizarre reason you've ever been rejected for a job.
I was rejected for a job for a luxury brand. I remember I wrote such a sweet essay to be the creative director, marketing something,
Yeah.
of a luxury brand that was entering India at the time. It's the biggest luxury brand in the world right now, by the way.
Sure.
And I was rejected for it. I thought I was very apt for it, but I was rejected. But it was tough.
But you don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why, because the person that they picked after that was like, I may as well have picked a statue, you know? Strange. But I guess they wanted a certain kind of portfolio or whatever,
Right.
but yeah.
Neena ji, what about you?
तो इतना रिजेक्शन हुआ है लाइफ में ना अभी
Hi.
मुझे याद ही नहीं, मतलब कि इतना रिजेक्शन हुआ
I
है
want to give you a hug.
She's like, yeah.
मतलब कि एक बार तो इन आई वाज मिस्टर बच्चन के शो में ना केबीसी में वो पूछा था, एक पिक्चर थी जहाँ मुझे बोला करना है, छोटा सा रोल था विद मिस्टर बच्चन. सो मेरी साड़ी पहननी थी, ब्लाउजेस का मेजरमेंट लेके गए, ब्लाउजेस भी सिल गए एंड देन देयर वाज नो कम्युनिकेशन. मोस्टली ऐसा होता है, दे डोंट कम्युनिकेट.
Right. Ghosting. आजकल के terms में they ghost you, ना?
In acting also.
Apparently.
सो तो फिर कोई और एक्टर ने वो किया, मुझे आज तक नहीं पता क्यों.
क्यों? Fair.
कपड़े भी सिल गए थे.
मेरे size के.
अभी अभी मैं रिसेंटली गई थी LA फॉर वन डे टू मीट अ बिग डायरेक्टर. नहीं लिया मुझे, पता नहीं. तो ठीक है. और क्या है ना, अपना काम है एक वो है ना, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते माँ फलेषु कदाचन. मतलब कर्म करते जाओ, फल की
चिंता मत करो.
माँ फलेषु कदाचन, फल की चिंता मत करो. दिस इज द कहावत विच वी हैव फ्रॉम गीता.
मेरी मम्मा बचपन से सिखा रही है.
सबके मम्मी पापा हम लोग मानते भी हैं.
हाँ.
मैंने एक नया इसका जोड़
हाँ जी.
दिया है कि कर्म करे जाओ, फल की चिंता नहीं करो, लेकिन फल की इच्छा रखो.
Yeah.
That's-
बिकॉज अदरवाइज आई कांट डू कर्म.
Yeah.
आई नीड
Some
सम
motivation.
Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
सम
Fair enough.
चिंता नहीं करो, क्योंकि चिंता मीन्स कि अगर नहीं मिला तो कोई बात नहीं ना,
Yeah.
आगे कुछ और मिलेगा.
But something to hope for.
हाँ, या
Thank you so much for joining me. It has been
Thank
an
you.
absolute pleasure. Good luck to both of you for everything ahead.
Thank
थैंक
you so much.
यू.